Hi everybody, welcome to day 7 of the 7-day chakra alignment journey. I should do the fingers, day 7. So day 7 is all about the last two centers, the higher centers, which are the third eye, located here in the middle of the eyebrows, and the crown. So these two are the highest centers of the main chakras that we have, and they are seen to be beyond the elements. So these are our two spiritual centers, and they're the connection or the doorway to the divine and divine consciousness. Now I'm doing them together because they say that when you work with the third eye and you open the third eye, the crown spontaneously opens. So you don't actually work on the crown or try and open the crown, you focus very much on the third eye. So the third eye is all about intuition, your intuitive knowing, your connection to your true self, your higher self, your soul, your spirit, whatever you call it. That's all that connection about you and your individual higher self. That's the third eye. So questions you might ask in terms of when you're meditating on or considering the third eye are, what do I just intuitively know? What does my inner voice tell me? What is my intuitive next step? And if you ask these questions when you meditate on the third eye, the answers will just come to you. And they'll often come as impressions, visions, feelings. The third eye and this energy doesn't communicate with us in a logical way, the way the mind works. Yeah, the information will come through us through impressions or feelings. So when we meditate, we start getting really tuned into these subtle energies. So that's the third eye. The crown is related to divine consciousness. So it's our connection to a higher power. It's our connection to the universal mind, our connection to collective consciousness. So it's all of the things that are outside of the individual eye. It's the bigger, as I said, divine consciousness. So it's a reminder that we are all connected as well, this connection between the crown and everything that's outside of us. And I mean, of all times, if we wanted to be convinced that we are all one and we are all connected, now is probably the absolute best time, when we can see physically how we are impacted and connected when something happens across the world and we are affected over here. So anyway, back to the third eye. It's related to the pineal gland, so it's supposed to be connected and in the same place as the pineal gland. It's also the center, so it's because it's here, it relates to the mind, and it relates to the 4 aspects of mind, which I'm not going to go into right now, but it really is about balancing and calming the mind and slowing the thoughts down, and really accessing that quiet, intuitive voice within. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, which is going to be very focused on this area, on the third eye. And alternate nostril breathing really balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So this is a brilliant breathing technique to do. First of all, if you just need to calm your mind down, if there's too much mental activity, it actually balances the whole energetic system. So it's a brilliant breath to do just generally. But it works really well with the third eye because it's working with the mind. So we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm going to take you into a meditation. So we started with a meditation and we're going to finish with a meditation. And for these higher centers, really the access points are meditation, as well as actually yoga inversions. They also respond well to things like that. But for today, some alternate nostril breathing, which I'm going to show you, and a meditation. So alternate nostril breathing, when you do this in the evening, you start with the right, on the right hand side, which means you inhale from the right hand side first. If you do this in the morning, you start on the opposite side, on the left hand side, and that's because we are sun and moon. There are sun and moon sides. So if it's evening time, it's important that you start from the right hand side. So what we're going to do, the breath is this kind of shape. So you breathe in through the right nostril, assuming we're starting at night. Breathing in, hold, and breathe out. So it goes up one nostril, you hold, and you breathe out the other nostril. Then you breathe up the same nostril, hold, and breathe out from the opposite nostril. Breathing in, hold, out, in, hold, and out. You're going to use your right hand, okay? The fingers of your right hand are going to help support you and are going to close the nostrils as you breathe. So I'm going to use the words open and close. And when I use open and close, you'll be using your thumb and your ring finger of your right hand. So you've got to use these two fingers. The thumb is used to close the right nostril, and the ring finger is used to close the left nostril. So I'm going to show you, it will make a bit more sense when I show you. So just so you know, these are the two fingers you're going to use. And these two fingers here, the index and the middle finger, you're going to place on your third eye as we do the breathing. And that just brings the focus onto the third eye. So taking these fingers, putting the ring finger over the left nostril, putting these two fingers, the index and the middle finger, on the third eye. The thumb is nice and loose so that we can start breathing up through the right hand side. So you're going to breathe up, in and up through the right, close the right, release the left, breathe down from the left nostril. Then you're going to breathe up from the left nostril, close the left nostril, release the right nostril, breathe down from the right nostril. Breathing up from the right nostril, closing the right nostril, breathing down from the left, breathing up from the left nostril, closing the left nostril, breathing down from the right. Breathing in from the right, close the right, breathing down from the left, breathing up from the left, closing the left, opening the right, breathing down from the right. So in, close, hold, release, down, exhale, in, close, hold, release, exhale. So I want you to just do a few rounds of that breathing. You'll probably already notice, if you're doing the breath along with me, that your breathing has slowed down. You're probably starting to feel a bit more balanced. Okay, just doing a few rounds of those, and then finding a really comfortable position as we go into the meditation. So putting the palms facing upwards in your lap, gently closing the eyes, taking an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth and let go, taking another inhale through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth and letting go. And then we're just going to ground the body, so taking the attention to the tailbone, to where the root chakra is, to where you're making contact with the seat or the earth. Taking a lovely big inhale from the earth, channeling earth energy up into your body. And then exhaling roots down, energetic roots down as you exhale into the earth, to be supported during this meditation as we journey into the higher centers. So breathing in again from the earth and exhaling energetic roots down, just like a really strong tree, putting roots down into the earth to really ground you and support you during this meditation. And once we're feeling really grounded, we take the attention now to the heart center. Breathing into the heart center, into the center of the chest, and breathing out. Breathing in love, and breathing out compassion. And breathing in self-acceptance. And breathing out anything that you need to breathe out today, anything you want to let go of. Opening the heart to this connection that we're making with the higher centers and with the divine today. Really opening the heart and going into this practice with an open heart. Being open to listening to the wisdom that comes through. And being really gentle with yourself in this practice. Taking the attention up now to the first of the higher centers, the third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Just noticing what happens when you place the attention at that point between the eyebrows. Breathing in through that point, breathing into the third eye, into that point between the eyebrows, and then exhaling out through the third eye. Breathing in again, in through the third eye, and then exhaling. May my intuition speak to me today. May I be divinely guided by my higher self. And may I connect with my deep intuitive wisdom. May I connect deeply to that which I already know. Breathing in again, in through the third eye, and exhaling. Just allowing any impressions that come to you come. Any images, any feelings, just allow them to come, allow them to pass. Just notice them. Visualizing the color purple at the level of the third eye. And just noticing what it's like to connect with your deep, true, and knowing wisdom that lives inside of you. Bowing down to this intuitive wisdom. Really bowing down to your higher self as you place the attention here. And then very gently taking the focus up to the crown. So taking the focus up to that point which is right at the top of the center of the head, the crown chakra. The gateway to the divine. The gateway to universal consciousness. That portal to divine love that is outside of us, inside of us, and all around us. Imagining at this point a lotus with 1,000 petals which are naturally and gently starting to open with no effort. Breathing in and breathing out as the crown starts to receive divine guidance, divine wisdom. And just notice what happens. Notice what you feel at the crown. Just notice any sensations, any feelings of temperature, hot or cold, and notice any images that might come to mind. You may see light, you may see colour, you may sense an energy, or a golden light. Just notice, being really open to divine consciousness. Bowing down to divine love, universal consciousness, and thanking your crown for this connection to everything that is outside of you. Coming back down to the third eye, breathing in and breathing out at the third eye, affirming, I trust my intuition. I trust myself. And taking the attention down back to the heart center. Breathing in at the heart and breathing out. Affirming at the heart, I am divine love. I am connected to my intuition and I listen. Breathing in and breathing out at the level of the heart. And as you do, really start to energize the breath. So really start to return the breathing back to normal. Energizing the body. Bringing back some small gentle movements as well. So wriggling toes and fingers and moving anything that wants to move. Taking a stretch if you feel the need. And when you're ready, just very gently opening the eyes and adjusting to the light. Bowing down to your higher centers. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you felt a sense of your connection to your third eye, your higher self, or if nothing else, just your heart center. There's a lot of power in all of these centers. We are at the end of the journey, so I hope you've enjoyed this very, very brief introduction to the chakras. I hope something has shifted, something has happened. I will actually be back tomorrow for one bonus that I'm going to offer you tomorrow. So I will be in touch. It's not quite goodbye from me for now. But I just want to say a huge thank you for being part of this journey, for us creating this energy in this group, for exploring this ancient wisdom, which is such a privilege for me to know and to be able to pass on. I really hope you use and apply what we've learned, and I hope we can explore this together a bit more at some point and in some more detail. Do ground yourself now though. It's really, really important, okay? So either do the child's pose or crocodile. It's really important right now that your forehead touches the ground in some way. We have worked with the higher centers and they need grounding. And if you don't, you may end up feeling uncomfortable later. So please, please, please go and take a few moments. Be with the energy that you've just tuned into. Ground yourself and just feel into what comes. Impressions will probably still come from your intuition, from the higher centers. So really take a few moments to just enjoy those. When you have finished and you come back, just write day 7 done so that I know that you've finished, completed this journey. And I really hope you enjoyed that. And I will be in touch tomorrow for the bonus. Take care, guys, and thank you so much.